Okay, mom.
Play ball.
Take me out to the ball game. I am such... Listen to me, you guys. If there's ever a moment that Aruj is fake on the show, it's right here, right now. Because I don't watch baseball.
I watch baseball.
But the Toronto Pride is unreal in the streets right now.
We made it to the World Series, baby.
Let's go, baby.
This was me when Raptors won.
But like
I didn't watch the games up until the last one. Okay.
So I watched them because we were having such a good season. And like I watch basketball here. Like that's a sport that I'll actually sit and watch. But baseball, you guys, I don't really. But the Toronto Pride Pride is real.
Any Toronto team making it this far deserves credit. Okay. If there's anything that I can say about Toronto Canadian fans, we are loyal. Ooh. Okay. Like I won't watch it, but I will be cheering out there. Like it's
crying in the stands.
It's like it's my son.
My throwing
playing
hot
on the
dogs
team.
at the other team.
Yeah. Booing them.
Too bad. I know Canadians are real polite.
But not when it comes to sports.
Not when it comes to sports.
Yeah, we're not doing you suck. I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Boo.
Yes.
Okay, so listen, if you guys head on over to patreon.com/OkMomPodcast, we would love to get that number up and up so that maybe we could go to a game.
Maybe somebody can hook us up with tickets to the World Series. And if so, we will give you a shout out on the show.
Yo, Champagne Poppy, where you at?
Champagne Poppy.
Take all of your Torontonians, please.
Us.
He's probably going to have like a whole section to himself.
Yeah, he probably...
Where's Justin Bieber at?
I don't know.
वो तो बाप बन के छुप ही गया है वैसे.
वो है Canadian अभी या वो American बन गया है?
American बन गया.
I feel like he's an American.
He is an American.
America.
Also, y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel,
yes.
Please, if you have not already done so. If you're not going to do it for us, do it for the Blue Jays. किसी के लिए तो कर लो.
No, do it for us because like the Blue Jays have their own channel, girl.
I know.
Do it for us.
Do it for us. But if you love the Blue Jays, then also do it now. Pause.
Just support your Desi girls.
Facts. Okay? Share this link.
Yeah.
Get other people to subscribe. Make multiple emails.
Yeah.
Can you guys pull a...
If you can make fake emails to stalk your exes, you can definitely use those fake emails to follow us.
Yo, you know that... Can you guys pull a Simran from Bobby?
Yeah. Pull a Simran. This is the one and only time we'll tell you to do this.
Multiple emails, every member of your family, and you subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. And make sure you give us those five stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Please, those numbers mean the world to us. And be sure that you are following us on all of our socials. Guys, we're going to get straight into the episode.
We are going to get straight into the episode. I know this episode is going to be a good one because it's
our Instagram is blowing up.
And it says in-laws.
But it also says parents.
It does, yes.
You guys, what's the weirdest rule that your parents or your in-laws have? Let's get into it. What's a weird rule that you guys have?
Okay, you know, when I was growing up, this wasn't a weird rule, but like, I always thought it was a good rule, but you know how people like take their shoes off at the front? It's not a weird rule. It's a basic rule, right? And I always thought cleanliness, folks. We don't wear our outside shoes inside. But you know what I realized? People don't always do that.
I know.
Like there's people coming into your house wearing their clickety-clackety heels on your hardwood floors.
The popos?
The cuzzies?
It's always those same rishtedar.
It's the same ones. And it's like, you're going to wear your dirty ass heels on my carpet? On my Persian rug? You've got to be kidding me.
Or people will come from Pakistan because this is not a thing that happens in Pakistan.
That's what it is.
And so for people like that, I can give grace because I know I've had a... Well, because they don't know the... Like if it's your first time going to a...
Find out. Look, read the room. That's what it is. It's read the room.
If you see all these aunties and all the girls wearing those thin stocking socks... because we can't wear our shoes inside.
No. I want to paint a picture for you right now. बाहर snow हो रही है. Snow और कीचड़ से जूते भरे हुए हैं. And you're telling me you're going to bring that gandbala into my house and wear it on my carpet?
Yes.
You can't be that dull.
Or like, on my hardwood floor?
Girl, I know. Even if you're from Pakistan, it's like, itni to akal honi chahiye. Like, let's just say A, you're going to fall on the marble, okay? You're going to be sliding right through like a slip and slide. B, it's like, how are you going to do me like that?
Yeah. I knew a few aunties who came here from Pakistan and this was a culture shock for them. And they would be like, Canada mein to juti pehne ka fayda hi nahi hai. Because you literally have to come and leave them at the front, display them like you're at the masjid. And you just sit there with your bare feet.
Yeah, I know, but like it's so different here, right?
I know
like,
it is.
In Pakistan, you got a nokrani cleaning your floors.
Yep.
And here we is the nokrani. Okay. Like I don't want to be like on my hands and knees, like pocha pacha marna. Like I don't want to do that.
You know the damn, what's that mop? The Velita? Yo, it's Aruj and Velita. Aruj and Velita.
Oh my God. Yeah. Velita's your bestie.
Aruj, what are you doing this weekend? I'm hanging out with Velita, okay?
It's not fun. Okay? It's not fun, guys. I don't understand.
Guys, if you see me, like, निचोड़ के पहले उसका mop की बुरी हालत हुई हुई है.
Okay, can I give you a really good tip though with the Velita? It's like the spinning one, right?
Yeah.
Same. Okay, so if you have this Velita spinning bucket, I actually add like a little bit of Tide, the powder, in there with like garam pani, and the way it shines your floors.
Nice.
Oh my God. It's the best. Okay.
Actually, I might try that.
Try it. It's really good. And your house smells good too. Okay, yeah. Going back to this point. See, this is the problem that I have. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you walk into a house and you see people that took their shoes off, and you see that like somebody in the house is wearing a chappal, a slipper, a flippity floppity, then you know that you shouldn't be walking in their house with your dirty ass shoes. And now everyone's telling you, do not wear your outdoor shoes inside. Do not wear your... Abhi tak akal nahi aayi, honestly.
Nahi. And putting my teacher hat on, this is why kids have indoor shoes and outdoor shoes. Because if you bring the outdoor shoes inside the classroom, and then you're wondering why y'all sick, your kids are always sick. Maybe we should make that rule, because it's true. You're bringing in too many germs from outside.
And what if you stepped on dog doo-doo?
Like, what
about that?
Step on Tutty and you're bringing it in my home?
You bring your Tutty shoes inside my house. On my Persian rug? Who is going to clean that?
Velita.
Not the rug. She ain't gonna clean the rug.
Hina is gonna clean the rug.
Hina is not cleaning the rug. Hina is chucking the rug. Like,
no, Hina's gonna get it dry cleaned and send you a really hefty bill.
Oh my God.
Do you want that, or do you want to take your shoes off at the front? You pick, woman.
Take your shoes off. Okay, it's a thing. Take your shoes off, please.
A rule that I disliked growing up with, that was just an unspoken rule, and I feel like so many people have this, is when men have to get their food first.
Oh,
it was really common in my house. I'm not saying I don't agree with it. I think women should definitely always be eating first, because they're the ones who prepared the meal, and they have been preparing it for weeks before they even invited you over.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up, men always went and ate first.
Yeah, and like, you know, when you're even younger and you go and like your mom is like, nahi, pehle aadmi, and you're sitting there like, they've been sitting down the whole time anyway. Like,
yep.
Meanwhile, I've been standing in the... Yeah, literally, like...
I'm working a sweat. You guys think the Blue Jays have exercise? You just see a girl in a kitchen for a davat.
A girl in a kitchen for a davat. It's like, yo, the way we Einstein everything. Do you understand the level of organization it takes to make those 12 dishes that you're gobbling up at the end of the night? Do you know how much piyaz you have to like bagar? Like, do you understand the tears you're shedding because you're cutting 12 piyaz? Like, it's a real phenomenon.
You know what
should
else?
Be studied.
What else was the rule growing up? That you couldn't just have one or two dishes.
No.
You had to line it up with like 12 dishes. But I'm finding that as like being an adult, now I see a lot of people doing things like where you're just having like, for example, like a barbecue party. And it's just grilled items. So like you pick one thing and that's it. You're not having like wo bhi hai, salan bhi hai, appetizers, naan, chawal. Who has naan and chawal on the menu?
See, I want to be a minimalist, but I'm a maximalist, okay?
We know.
I am, because I just feel like even in life, I just need variety when it comes to food, okay?
Okay, but then there's sliders. With biryani?
Yes. Because I can have both, okay?
And a chicken korma.
Yes. Absolutely.
With naan.
Because the slider could be an appetizer. 100%, guys, variety. Because how do I know what people like? And like, yeah, I'll try to stick to the desi menu, but then sometimes you're like, let me step it up a little bit. And then, you know, if you find it, okay, this is what happens. Okay. Let me give you the thought process of a woman here. You're having a davat. You've made all your dishes. You've pre-prepped. Everything is ready to go. And you then realize that I have 3-4 hours. Okay. In those 3-4 hours, the cleaning is done, everything is done. You're just like, you know what would really elevate sliders.
And you know what else?
Sliders.
Hum pange baaz hai. We are pange baaz because I could have not done that.
I could have relaxed.
But I decided to make the sliders.
Because you know what it is? We need the validation from everyone. We need everyone to be like, हाँ,
you did sliders too?
Aruj, तुम किस तरह ये सब कुछ संभालती हो बच्चों के साथ? That's what we need.
Meanwhile, I'm
we
dead
need
inside.
the validation.
Meanwhile, I'm dead
inside.
inside.
She's dead. At the end of the night, we'll all sit there and be like, I'm never doing a dawat again. Don't ever tell me to host your family again. A month later, you're doing the same thing.
I'm doing the same thing.
It's just the way we are,
I'm
guys.
doing the same thing.
Hospitable.
Every single Ramadan, okay? I'm like, nahi, humne itna nahi karna. And every night when it's iftar time, what am I craving? Everything.
Pakode, samosa, chaat,
spring rolls,
everything.
I want everything. All of it. Tandoori chicken, then fresh naan. I want it all.
Okay, see, but the thing is, if we're going to talk about Ramadan, it's different because you're starving. Okay, so that's why. And like, what's coming up on your phone? Mukbangs, food thing.
You know that golden balance?
Oh my
Him and I only get in contact during Ramadan.
Golden balance.
There's another one, Muribian.
Oh my
her
God.
Food. The way I watch her videos. Can she come work for me?
And like,
do you
even
take
when
private
she
chef
like
jobs?
Eats it, it's like another level. Like Food Network isn't on that level yet.
No,
okay, they need to follow.
She's on this like
guys.
Pumpkin tip right now.
Oh my God,
where everything is like pumpkin infused, and like she made this pumpkin cake, like loaf cake. The way I watched that video, I can't explain to you.
The way I want.
मैं कभी बनाऊंगी?
कभी भी नहीं.
But video मैंने जरूर देखी.
You know what's so funny?
And then you save it in your collections, and then you never touch it again.
Never touch it again. And I'm like, do I see Aruj going and grabbing a pumpkin and like carving it, like taking the stuff out?
You think I'm gonna do that? I'm going to the local farmer's market.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna find the greatest pumpkin pie. With some Breyers vanilla ice cream. Oh, straight up. Now we're talking. So, what is a weird rule that your parents or in-laws follow? This was her ex-mother-in-law. I was only allowed to shower and wash clothes once a week, so I had to hide and do both daily. Only allowed to use the old pots and pans to cook, which were stored in a cupboard. I wasn't allowed to eat with them or any food in the house. Me and my ex-husband did the grocery shopping. It was the worst time of my life. I'm so happy I'm over it.
So they said you couldn't shower more than once a week.
Yeah, or do the laundry.
Okay, no offense. All I'm thinking is,
she's
the level of BO in that family. If everyone's only showering once a week.
Look, you are very hygienic, but the family,
clearly,
the family.
Is there a shortage of water? Like, obviously, what?
Bill kaun de raha hai? That's what they say. Bill, and then you'll be like, "Aapka beta de raha hai." Okay, so you can only do it once a week.
Can I say something? Even younger me would not let that by.
Yeah,
like that's just ick.
Yo, real talk. What would you do?
I would just be like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like I would look at my husband like, are you okay?
Why are you only showering once a week?
That's disgusting. As a man, you're showering once a week? Like, ew.
Ew.
Also,
you go to the gym 5 times a week?
Oh God. Okay.
Are you like, showering in the gym in secret to hide this from?
That's what he's doing. Okay.
Hide this from your mom?
He can't even bring his laundry back because he's scared.
Meanwhile, he's also at the laundromat. You catch him there?
You know what? This is when your husband needs to step up and be like, Mom, this is pagalpan. Like, please, like, what are you doing and saying? Cleanliness is extremely important.
And like, guys, this is where you bring religion in, because hygiene is a big part of our religion.
Thinking, like, has anyone not? I mean, you know, you don't want to smell the BO when you walk into someone's house. Like, yeah, okay. I don't want to be rude, but I'm being serious.
Also, like, real talk. After you get married and are intimate, you need to shower.
I love it. You're like, after you.
Yes. Okay. I'm trying to keep it very simple here.
Gotta be clean.
Guys, and like women, we go through our periods. You have to shower. We go through lots of stuff.
It's just, yeah.
Men sweat all the time. Their bodies run really hot. You have to shower.
That's so nasty.
Am I not? Is
like,
this...
a guy should be showering every day, even twice a day.
Yeah. And like girls, body shower every day.
Oh, 100%.
Hair wash, I understand you have a schedule. Body 100%. Shower every day.
That's so odd to me because I feel like that's extremely controlling. It's good that you still did it.
Yeah.
But I would feel so like, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
Why do you get to control how many times I shower?
And like, what do you mean I can only do laundry once a week?
This is a situation where you need to leave. You need to move out.
Well, she left.
Move out. Oh, okay. Lovely.
It was ex-mill.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
What's the weirdest rule your parents or in-laws have? I was looking for a bin in the washroom to throw away my pad at my in-laws' house. I didn't see one and I asked my mill, where should I throw my pad? She then said in our house we throw it in the kitchen's bin, which, by the way, was near the countertop next to the sink. I repeat, in the kitchen, bro. Never have I been so grossed out. To understand why, I asked her for the reason. She responded, my husband finds it gross to have it thrown away in the washroom. Now, the funny thing is, when he drops a deuce in the toilet, he doesn't even properly clean the toilet. And you can see all the marks. I'm really confused and I have very many questions.
He drops a deuce. Oh my God. You guys are so funny.
You guys, the way you write these messages. So it's fine for him to leave a mess. Yeah. But if I leave my pad in the... Okay, can we just...
But like a pad is closed.
Can we just reverse it for 1 second?
Yes.
Does this mean there's no garbage bin at all in the bathroom?
That's pretty much what they're saying.
So where are you throwing other things?
The toilet paper is going in the toilet to clog it, obviously. Guys, every bathroom needs a garbage bin.
What about my Q-tips? What about my makeup wipes? I'm throwing all of that in the toilet. The toilet is not a garbage disposal. What about when
your hair falls out?
Yeah,
it's going in the toilet.
Guys, your toilet is not a garbage disposal.
It's not.
It's not the thing that you turn on and they don't even make those anymore.
Yeah, no.
Please have a separate garbage bin and put all of your things in there.
I just feel like, this thing that it's like, oh, but the men don't like this, and that. And it's just
I don't care.
Look, they don't get a say. Okay, they don't get a say because we're the ones going through the trauma of the 7 days every month. Okay, like,
do you think I like being on my period?
Yeah. Do you think I enjoy it? Do you know how crappy I feel? Like, you don't get a say in where that pad goes. It goes in the bin, and if you have to look at it, that's the least of your worries. Am I wrong?
Next time I'm gonna get a bin beside his side of the bed, but toss it all in there. You don't like it? Deal with it. Are you kidding me?
I just feel like this secrecy behind it. It's like it's a known thing now. Okay, I understand that there needs to be a little bit of like shut 'em in haya.
Yes,
okay, I get that part, but like, you can't make women feel like they're some like abominable creatures because this is a natural process of life and the way that we've been created. You don't get a say in it. It's unfair for you to get a say in it and if you want to be icked out, that's a you problem. But like, I'm going to throw that where I need to throw it and it's not going in the kitchen where I make food.
Are you listening to her right now?
Ew.
That's disgusting. Okay, so were you ever taught when you were growing up that like you had to like cover your pads and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so even if you're icked out, like sometimes some families are taught, like they teach their daughters that like you have to cover it in like tissue paper or whatever and like make sure it's not really visible in the bin. Fine. But why is there no garbage bin period?
But sometimes I also feel like, like I say this from the perspective of like, as much as I understand the shut 'em and the haya part, right? I also feel like because there's so much secrecy with menstruation and like periods and stuff, there's such a lack of empathy for girls when it comes to like women going through their cycles. Okay. Men don't understand it. Okay. You're with someone, they don't understand it. And they don't even understand how painful it can be, how much you're struggling, how much you're not the same person, like the hormones and all that stuff. They don't get it because it's so secret. I just feel like, why does it have to be such a secretive thing?
And when girls have it at such a young age, you also make them feel like there's something wrong with them. Even though this is totally natural, normal, and it's like a good thing. But I don't know, for some reason, I just feel like because of the secrecy behind it, because you're constantly having to hide
and be like ashamed that you have it.
Yes, ashamed is the word. Yes.
And it's so sad, girl, because it's like we're creating life.
Yeah.
Like, why is it so shameful to like even talk about it?
And now you want me to suffer in silence, as usual, as women are always supposed to be doing.
It's also odd because like I understand if you have like really young kids that might not know about it yet. Okay, like I'm talking toddler, like it's 7 years old Joby, right? But like when it comes to a point where they're learning about it in school, why are you hiding it at home and making the girl feel like you should never share this? Because you should, like, really, like there's shame attached to sharing it, right? So like even if so if you're Muslim, you can't pray when you're on your period, right? But like, if somebody asks you like, here, are you going to pray today? Then you're taught like, oh, I don't have to. Or you just say, I already did, or something like that. And then in my mind, I'm just like, why can't you just say that like, oh, like, yeah, I don't have to. Like today, I don't have to. So that they can understand.
Yeah.
But it's always done in a way where it's like, oh, usko nahi batana, usko nahi. But it's like, he learned about it in school. Like, we're not dumb. And let me tell you, if we're not dumb, the generation after us is definitely not dumb.
For real.
And I'm not saying like openly be like so crass and like share every little itchy bitchy detail, but it's like the core, you know, like thing of it, like, what is it? Why does it happen? We can share that because maybe it will instill some respect for women from the guy's perspective. Like maybe guys will learn to respect women more because they see all the stuff that they go through. I don't really think that it should be like, oh, I gotta like roll this up in 12. And I was taught the same thing, but I'm like, I don't think it should necessarily be that way.
And I think respectfully, you can let somebody know like, oh no, it's my time of the month. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way that you say it.
Yeah.
I think we just have to be accepting of the fact that this is normal and it happens.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think like our parents thought that we'd be like, blood is gushing out of us. Blood is gushing out of us. We're dying. Like, you know, they think that we're going to be so like vulgar and like explain it in such a dirty way. And
girl
it's just like,
shame around period is probably the realest thing that girls go through, especially when you're in like middle school.
Yeah.
Because sometimes some girls have their period, some don't. And then you're kind of like, if you get it a little bit early, I got mine early. Yeah. And I would be so afraid and scared that people knew that I had it.
Yeah.
There was so much shame around it. Like I'd be hiding things. I'd be like secretly trying to go to the bathroom. I would just tell my mom I don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to have to face any of it.
Yeah.
And eventually, like as we got older and everybody was in grade 8 and everybody got it, it was different. But I remember early on in middle school when I had it, it was just something that I was scared of and I just didn't want anybody to know that I had it.
But it's also when you accidentally get it and you didn't know you were going to get it. Accident, but like it just happens. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm wearing like light colored pants or something.
Yes.
But I think if other people are more aware of it and accepting of it, and if it's not so taboo in a sense, they could at least be kind enough to help you. Like, my personal thought is like, if you don't raise your sons, they won't learn how to be gentlemen. When something like that happens, if they see a girl that might have had an accident, it's like, you know, you can just kindly tell her, or like give her a shirt to like help her cover up or whatever. She may not know, you know. If you don't teach them this and you teach them to make it like ew, 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 then that's what they're gonna think. Ew, ew, ew.
And then that's why they get married
and they have
the same ick when it comes to like seeing it in a garbage bin.
Exactly.
That's definitely a you problem. You need to deal with that.
They got over it now, but my in-laws would not let my husband sleep over at my parents' house for the longest time. Such backwards mentality. It took their son-in-law sleeping over and us calling them out for them to change. I could see that happening.
That's very common.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, hamara beta kyun ja, you should be staying over here because now you're married in this family.
Exactly. Oh, jitni der rehna hai reh lo, lekin udhar raat nahi rehni. That's what they would say.
But it's like, you don't get a say.
Yeah.
Your child is now an adult. He's not your child. I just think that is so excessive when you can't even let your child go. Like, he is a married adult. He is in his own life. 100% you should respect your parents, but you don't get a say in something like that. That's not for you to control. And I think that's the thing that a lot of the in-laws struggle with, where they don't know how to let go of the leash.
But they also have this hierarchy.
Yeah.
Like, my son can't go and stay at his in-laws' house because that to them is like they're stepping down.
Yeah.
They have this weird thinking, but when it comes to the girls, like, oh, she can move in. She's going to live with us. She's going to be a part of our family. But no, he's not able to go because we are of a higher standard and he's not able to go and sleep over.
Yeah, you know, it's like ladke wale hain hum, and it's just like, why is it like that? Like, sometimes I think it's just passed down through generations where it's like, but our parents never did that. And like, my dad would never let my husband sleep at what, you know how people say things like that? But like, just because it happened in your family doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
Okay. Open your minds, people.
Change things up.
Change it all up.
Also, why was it okay for the son-in-law to sleep over?
That's what I'm saying. But that's when they learned their lesson.
Yeah. So like your daughter's husband can sleep over and it's all good, but your son can't go?
That's the thing. That's the thing, guys.
I'm glad you guys called them out on that.
I'm glad you did too.
Or, you know, there's so many other people who will be like, they'll be married and then they'll go back to Pakistan and then they can't stay at their parents' home.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll have to stay at their in-laws' house.
Yeah. I just feel like these are things you talk about in advance. And if you feel like someone has this much control over you, your life as an adult, first of all, they should not, because you are not, you're not their child. Okay. B, you are a grown adult. Like, imagine you're in your 30s, 40s, and your mother-in-law is telling you can't sleep over at your own mother's house. I would look at her like, who are you talking to? Yeah. Like, wait, what?
Or like if I moved here and I went back to Pakistan to visit my mom and I'm taking my kids and then I'm told I can't stay at Nano's house. That's not how this works.
That's not how it works.
And maybe I'll decide who I want to visit.
Yeah, that's not how it works. I just feel like it should be fair for both people, right? Because you want the relationship to be strong, and you can't just have one person making all these sacrifices, because it becomes very one-sided. And eventually down the road, that person is going to realize that she's being taken advantage of, or he's being taken advantage of. This is from the parents' perspective. Someone saying that this happened. This is what their parents said.
Okay.
No talking about big personal goals or decisions to anyone outside of the family, or saying intended plans out loud. Like, I would be stopped mid-sentence if I started a sentence with, I'm going out to, you basically had to say it mentally along with a million inshallahs. And then my mom was adamant that makeup and tight clothes were a no during high school years, but in uni, she's the one that complains how she can't tell if I've done any makeup or not. My dad doesn't care about where I'm going or who I'm going with, but as long as I'm home early, and my mom is the opposite. And also no sleepovers at other people's houses if they had brothers or if their dad was at home, but they can sleep over at ours. In hindsight, I'm grateful. Reading the high statistics of children who'd been assaulted during sleepovers.
I think I've been through probably every single thing she said.
Facts. Yes, every single one. Tick, 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 tick.
Check, 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 check.
Yeah. The no sleepovers one, I'm actually glad that my parents did that.
Yeah, same.
Just because now, yes, in the moment you don't know, but now you do realize like the statistics of it. And I do the same thing with my daughter. She doesn't like it, but she doesn't get to decide. And I have explained it to her, but it is really important to note that a lot of sexual abuse and sexual assaults do happen at things like sleepovers and like sleepover camps and things like that. So it's just good to be careful, be aware.
But we also know that when you're at that young age, because even if the parents explained that to you at that young age, you just won't. You don't see it.
Your mindset is so different. You just want to have fun.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, it was like no talking about personal goals with anyone other than family. But can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Don't you feel like even now in life, I don't really like to share big goals of mine.
So I think this is a learned behavior.
Yeah.
I think I was taught not to really share anything until like something is actually in motion, or actually that act has finally been completed. Because and then it always came back to like nazar in my house, right? Yeah. Nazar lag jayegi, this, that, whatever. Or if anything bad happens, it would always be like, oh, did I overshare? Did I tell somebody something too much and then you invite that nazar? It was very much that. But I do find that because this was a learned behavior growing up, I'm like that now.
Makes sense.
Because I don't always share a lot of the things that are happening in my life, or things that I want to accomplish, or goals that you have, or whatever, until maybe I feel like I am ready to share. But I think that I am ready to share, it takes me longer to get to that point than maybe other people. They might be ready to share immediately.
I think maybe in the past I was more willing to share, but now I feel like I don't know if this would be considered nazar, but I just feel like as you grow older, you realize that like not everyone is there to like support you and be happy for you. And a lot of the people that you might have in your circle, they don't necessarily want you to win. So I just feel like I'm a little bit more private with like things that I'm doing in my life. And yeah, once they happen, then if you know, you know.
Right.
It doesn't have to be like a huge thing. What was the last one she said? Oh, no makeup and no tight clothes during high school. Agree or disagree?
I was a tomboy in high school.
I was a little bit of a tomboy too.
It's different for me. Like I was really into like streetwear and stuff, and it was just who I was. And I remember in high school it was fine because I never had to hear the brunt of it. But yes, when I was in like university, or when I was of the age to get married, my mom would be like, "Thoda sa tiyar shiyar ho jao." You know when they flip
Tiyar ho ke jao school.
Thoda sa tum badi thaki hui lag rahi ho. Like they'll just hint, make those.
It literally goes
baal
like fashion show pe ja rahi ho ya school ja rahi ho, and then literally 2 years later it's like thoda sa makeup to kar lo.
This was literally my life. And then I'd look at her and I'd be like, why? And she's like, मैं वैसे ही कह रही हूँ, तुम थकी हुई लग रही हो.
You know, I feel
and in the back of my mind, I was like, you just want me to pull a man out of my pocket.
Straight up. She wants you to beg a man. Okay?
I need to be a Houdini and I need to pull him out of my pocket.
I think it was like a little bit different where like my mom, she was just like, I had two older sisters. So like my eldest sister, she wasn't like super like, oh, I'm going to wear makeup and stuff. But she was like, she always dressed good. And then my middle sister, she was really into makeup and stuff. So she would always wear makeup. My mom would be like, what is the issue with you? Like, why are you so like, I got to dress up so much and like do my hair and like straighten my hair with an iron, you know? And so she was like that. And so I was a little bit of a tomboy, but then near the end, I feel like I flipped.
Yes.
And I would wear a little bit of makeup, but I also understand where they're coming from because like, you know, in high school, it's like, do you like now when I reflect back, girl, I'm just like, do I really need any attention like that?
I mean, in high school, you want all the attention.
You want the attention for sure. But now when I look back, right, this age of me looks back, I'm just like, I wish I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
I wish I was more focused on like school and like it's okay to build friendships, but a lot of those friendships I don't have.
Yeah. You know? And you know what's crazy? If I really truly reflect, I only wanted that attention from like my friends.
Yeah, of course.
You don't really,
of course.
And I think that was the part of me that always irritated me because I'm like, my parents are getting so worked up over this. Meanwhile, like internally, they don't realize like, I just want my friends to be like, yo, your eyeliner is so nice.
It's that.
Oh, your lashes look so cool. Oh my God, I love your outfit. Like it was literally to hear praise from your friends.
It's to hear praise from your friends. But guys, let's just say for what it is. If a guy compliments you at that age, you're just like, oh my God, what? Me?
Silly old me?
Silly old me? You know, like it does give you a boost. I'm not gonna lie. And like you do get to an age where like you do like have crushes and you do feel like, oh, like he's cute. And like this is just a part of like the process of growing up. But I do feel like, again, looking back, I wish it wasn't like that.
I know.
Like I wish it was different.
I know.
And yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah, I know.
Hindsight's 2020.
What's the weirdest rule your parents and in-laws have? My mother-in-law wants my husband to take care of his married siblings over his wife and kids. She says you can always get married again and have more kids, but you can't have a new mom and new siblings.
I mean, you can't have a new mom and new siblings, but like, why would you want to also risk the love of your life?
And your children. Own kids?
Like that is such a toxic mentality.
That is a really toxic mentality.
Yeah, I would never be okay with that. She's not right.
Why does your husband have to take care of your married siblings? They're married now. You know, sometimes I hear people saying that, but it's because maybe like, let's say circumstantially, it's only a one parent family. Mm-hmm. And let's say one of the siblings is unmarried.
Yeah.
Then I understand sometimes the moms put pressure on the sons to be like, you have to take care of your sister or your brother who's younger and unmarried. Fine, fair. I can see that. But if you have siblings who are married and now you, for some reason, your husband is being asked to always have to take care of them over his wife and kids, that to me is like, why is he getting all that pressure on himself?
Yeah, I agree with you.
And the mom guilt.
And also, like, what if the roles were reversed?
Exactly.
And you were like, oh, sorry, I have to take care of my parents and you know what I mean? They would never fly with that. No. But it's always just like, oh, jo hum kehte na ladke wale, that's what should be.
And like in this situation, like the husband's in a tough spot because he's getting so much guilt from his mom. We don't know if he set boundaries. I'm hoping that he does. But if he hasn't, if he hasn't, then you're sitting there like, we have kids together. And you're gifting your nephews a new iPhone and our kids they're not even on the family cell phone plan.
That's the thing.
That's not fair.
And it's just like, where's your nephew's dad? Like, where he at?
Where he at?
Where's your sister's husband at? And why is he also not like, this is weird?
Yeah. Or why isn't he gifting our kids?
Yeah.
Like if
it
you're
should be fair.
It should be, that's what I'm saying. If my husband is gonna gift his nephews an iPhone, their dad but be giving my kids an iPhone
or something.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to this stuff, it's up to your husband to handle it. Like, what are you supposed to say? Because you saying anything is like you're the demon seed of the family, literally.
Which aren't we all? This is a rule that her parents had. Being a daughter in the home, I'm not allowed to be tired or sick.
Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. At my house, I would always like fake my sickness, be like, "Oh, mere pet mein dard ho rahi hai. I can't brush the floor today." That was me, 100%.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. My mom kind of spoiled us, and she would like, if I was sick, I was allowed to be sick.
Yeah, I was allowed to be sick.
And like, I remember I have core memories of like, there would be times where I would actually be really sick, like down in the dumps.
Yeah.
And I'd be like crashed on the couch or like, I can't move. And then I'm asleep, but I'm kind of awake, and you see your mom come over and put a blanket on you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, do all
Even
those
like
like,
dads,
Oh,
like
yeah.
even my dad, he would come and he would like check my forehead, check my temperature. He would be like, "Do you want me to massage your throat if you have a sore throat?" Like they did things, guys.
They did.
Like they actually did come through that way. I mean, there were certain times like, you know, the days that were the most stressful, the day before a davat.
then you can't be sick.
I need to leave this house. I can't be here.
Then you can't be sick. Because guess what your mom is doing? She's mowing the lawn with her canchi.
Yeah.
Remember that? That's what she's doing. And what is your dad doing? Stressed. He wants to leave.
Your
and you
dad
want to
is
leave
like,
with your dad.
Why are we having this davat? Because my wife is driving me crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's so excessive. Oh, so this is a funny one. Having 6 dinner sets, but only using the rough one.
You guys, do you know how much this is passed down to generations?
This is generational trauma.
What is your girl doing though? Did I break the generational trauma? No. I have a dinner set. I have a dinner set when guests come. And they're both equally nice though.
It's fine.
And
but
then
you're using them.
I'm using them.
Yeah.
And then I have a dinner set for like your everyday. And then my kids have their separate glassware and stuff.
Aruj, listen, that's not what it is, okay? You have to have a rough dinner set.
You do.
You have to, because first of all, like you don't want your like expensive bone china to be broke, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like you spent money on that.
And you can't put them in the dishwasher.
You can't. You have to hand wash all of it, okay? So yes, there are specific dishes for when guests come, and there are specific dishes for everyday use. I think what she's trying to say is that they had 6 dinner sets and they would barely use any of them. And some of them were just on display. Like did you have those like armoire kind of wall? Okay, we have those, okay? And I remember back in the day when I was younger, there would be things in there that I was just like, this is just for decoration. This is decoration. It's
collecting dust.
It's only when we got older that my mom got rid of stuff, and then she was just like, I need to start using these. And then she started using them. But now I feel like with me, I love like changing my dinnerware.
Right.
It's so nice. Like summer, you have summer dinnerware. Winter, you have winter. But we use them. It's not that we don't use them.
Yeah.
It's just.
So in my house, my mom used to have bund dinner sets in their box.
That's what I'm saying.
Items in the basement. And when I would tell her, Mom, we're like, you were inviting 70 people in the home. Can we open the dinner sets in the basement? She's like, nahi, wo tumhari shaadi ke liye.
She was looking out for you. She was saving it for you.
But girl, I got married, and guess where the dinner sets are?
In your basement.
No, in my mom's basement. Because your girl didn't want them.
That's so funny.
Rule in the family: you're only allowed to eat watermelon with namak and kali mirch.
Oh,
chef's kiss.
Okay, it tastes fire.
Girl, it's fire.
It's fire for sure. But it's not a rule. I could eat my plain watermelon.
How dare you?
No, I wouldn't want to, but like I do sometimes. It is what it is. But it's not like agar tum khaogi iske baghair
तुम्हारे पेट में watermelon grow होगा.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I have the same rule when it comes to oranges. You guys, it's just the flavor combination is fire.
This is true. This is so true.
I'm trying to elevate your palate.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. I'm telling you. Okay, it is required to hug while saying salam to everyone in my in-laws, even the people I hate.
That's awkward for me.
Oh, we hug.
Okay.
And I would hug, but if I really did not like you because you did something really mean and you know what you did, there's no way in hell I would hug, even if it was a rule. I would say Assalamu alaikum for sure. Yeah. There's no way I would go in for the hug.
For me, you already know. मुझे कहने की जरूरत नहीं है. How Listen, Aruj walks around with a hula hoop because that's her personal bubble. Nobody come near me if I don't want to be hugged. I'm not like that kind of a person, whether it's in-laws or whether it's my own home. Like I'm just.
But she does hug me.
Yeah, I will hug him.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think here and there, like I'll do it, or I'll do it like, okay, if I'm going to my in-laws' house, I'm gonna hug my mother-in-law. I'm gonna hug my father-in-law. Yeah. I'm gonna hug my sister-in-laws. Like we do all of that. Yeah. But if they're having people over, I don't think I'm going to necessarily hug everybody. Even the uncles?
I don't think you have to necessarily go in. You know how you just go and they do like,
yeah.
You know, they
so you have to gauge the situation.
You have to gauge it.
Because sometimes the uncle will half move towards you, then you know you got to go in for that. Or if not, I'll just stand and I'll just
like, you know, if the uncle goes like this, then you're like, all right, he's a hugger. Gotta go give him a hug. But it's never a front hug. It's always like a
piad hug.
Piad hug.
There's a difference.
And it's like the ladies, I'll always give them a hug. I'm a hugger, guys. It's just I like hugs.
She's a hug.
She's a hugger.
Yo, this one, that you can't put a lock on your door.
Oh, someone else wrote that too. Okay, but is this after marriage or before marriage?
Both.
Okay, the thing is, in my house, we had locks, but like during certain moments in our life, even my parents were like, who are you locking the door for? Like, who are you locking the door for? It's our house.
Yep.
What are you doing in there? And you want to know something? I think parents are just a little bit more like, what's going on when you're a teenager?
Yes.
Right? Because they're just like, is something happening that I need to know? Right? And I understand that too, because like now they tell you like, don't send your kids with iPads in closed rooms. You don't know what they're doing.
Yep.
Like you have to be a little bit vigilant. So I understand that. But at a certain age, you also have to build trust with your kids.
Yeah. We were never allowed to have locks. We would close the door and then I'd be like, no, I'm working on an assignment or I'm doing something or whatever. And then you'd be in and your mom would walk in and you got papers everywhere flying, got an exam the next day. You didn't study nothing. Aruj gonna fail.
Typical.
Okay?
Me too.
But apparently closing the door is gonna make me smarter. So we would do that. But no, we had no locks on the door.
I guess it's just, but like if it's like you're married and you can't have a lock.
I mean, I feel like if you move out,
they ain't got a say, but if you're living with your in-laws,
then I'd want a lock.
I would be like, just because you said it, I'm gonna have 2 locks now, a padlock
3
and a kundi,
Dunda on the side,
lock. Oh my god,
old school. You know those chains?
Yes. Oh my god, you have to pick up the phone on the first call, or else every other family member will be informed. That's so weird to me.
Yeah,
my parents would never ever care. They would just be like, she ain't picking up, I'll call another time.
Yeah.
In-laws, I think that can happen where it's like, why didn't you pick up my phone?
Yeah.
But I feel like I would feel stressed if I had to like, oh my god, jaldi jaldi uthao. Like I would be so stressed. Can you imagine?
What if I left my phone upstairs?
What if I'm in a meeting? What if I'm at the doctor's? What if my child is crying? I'm in a dawat. I'm out with my friends. You're not my number one priority. Like I'll pick up when I can pick up.
Yeah. I think that's a weird rule to have.
So weird.
Guys, like Aruj is probably the last person you want to call because Aruj is not picking up your phone.
But she picks up my phone.
Hina's important. Hina's phone I'll pick up. There are a select few people in my life whose phone calls I'll pick up.
And sometimes?
Generally, I will not.
But sometimes, and I'm sure we'll agree, there's certain people that call you that you're like, even if I had all the time in the day, I will look at you calling like this.
And I will go like this.
And I will put it down. I won't even press ignore. I'll just let it go off. Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll send you one of those text messages like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I missed your call. I was so busy.
I don't even know if I would send the text. If you're really on that list, I don't know if I would even send you the message.
Oh man, yeah, because like, there is that list.
There is a list. But then if you see them in person and they're like, hey, I called you, then you're like,
oh my God.
What?
I don't even know. When?
Let me check my phone right now. Oh, but I didn't even see it.
I'm so sorry, man. The kids were driving me crazy.
Why are we giving our secrets away?
Sorry, my bad.
Damn it. My in-laws have this rule that girls always have to wear leggings under a maxi dress. The dress is already max. It's a full-length Pro Max Amish dress.
Okay, but you don't want if a Marilyn Monroe happens and you ain't wearing tights.
Listen, if it's a all the way to my feet dress, if a Marilyn Monroe happens, it's literally gonna open this much from the floor.
You might as well have a trail.
Yeah, if Marilyn Monroe would happen if my dress was like smaller, right? If it was like above my knees and flowy, that's when the Marilyn happens.
Okay, but how do they know if you're wearing tights? Are they coming around inspecting you?
No, because like, what if it's like a little bit above your ankle, and then they're like, "Tumne apni legging nahi pehni."
Legging? I'd be like, yeah, but my leggings are a little bit shorter than my dress. अब मैं आपको दिखाऊं सबके सामने.
But you know, some people, they're
call them out.
Yes, I know. And sometimes when you get married, you're just like, I just gotta follow the rules.
Oh, I know.
I gotta follow the rules and regulations. But like, what if in your house your mom was totally chill with it? Then you have to change who you are.
Yeah. Which honestly, it happens. Like, what if maybe you were allowed to wear, let's say, shorter sleeves? Like, I'm not saying sleeveless, but you know how you can get cap sleeves?
Yeah, but what if you were even allowed to wear shorter sleeves?
Yeah.
Or like no sleeves.
No sleeves. Or let's say you wore cap sleeves around the house. Or you know when you get pajamas and sometimes they come with like whatever.
Yeah.
And but then you go to you're living with your in-laws. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh, you have to wear a sweater over. Or you have to like cover your arms.
Sometimes like, as much as I want to be like, no, do it. Like, you have to do it
you
because you
have
want
to
to keep
do
the peace.
Yeah. And then I'm like, am I going to argue about this or am I going to argue about the big stuff which is coming?
Yeah. And then also it's like, exactly, you pick your battles. But then, you know what the crazy thing is? When you pre-ask the hubbies and you're like, what are the rules? And they're like, no, they're chill with everything. And you're just like, this man done no. This man done no. And when I have to find out, and my bestie is going to get done one day when I walk out with my sleeveless shirt and then they do my bestie in front of everybody, then he's going to be like, oh, I guess not. But it's like, could you not pay attention?
And also, you're not getting the bestie. I'm getting the bestie.
I'm getting the bestie. But he doesn't understand. It's like, meri bestie, teri bestie. Like, it's the same thing. Like, I don't get it.
But it's really not meri bestie, teri bestie because it's being directed at me, man.
Yeah, that's true. But then, you know, the mother-in-law is going to be like, tumne isko bataya nahi hai?
No, what if they don't? What if they're just like, you should have known better?
This is my point, guys. Can you pay attention? But
don't
also,
leave us hanging.
But also, look, if you have a great relationship with your in-laws and you guys live together and it is hunky-dory, that's amazing. Good for you. There are a lot of people that don't have the hunky-dory in-law relationship. Okay, they have the doo-doo-dory relationship, and it's not fun. Okay,
dirty-dory.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, and when they have the doo-doo-dory relationship, then it's just like, how do I overcome this? Guys, we can't even talk about serious things on this one. It's just...
Guys, don't take me seriously ever. I'm just here for the laughs.
Yeah, we know you're here for the laughs, okay?
Somebody cut me a watermelon, put some namak on it, okay?
Please don't, because this whole entire room is gonna stank like fart, okay? Okay, I can't. Like, this girl's obsession with Kala Namak is something that needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. Okay. So if you're moving in with them and then like they're telling you can't do this, you can't do this. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you feel very like you feel like you're bound so tight and like you can't even be who you are.
And you have to change everything about yourself.
Yeah. And it's just like, how is that fair?
And can I just say, shuru mein, you're not going to see it. In the beginning, you're going to be like, yes man. Yeah, it's fine. I'll do it. It's not a big deal. Whatever. If my mom told me to cover up, I'll cover up. And if my mother-in-law is telling me to cover up, I'll cover up. I'm telling you, this will come years after you've been married. When you're in your 30s and when you're like, man, when you become a parent. And then you're just like, I'm so tired of having to conform into other people's way of what they think I need to be. I want to just be who I want to be.
Yeah, because, okay, look, you leave that house and you're going out with your siblings and everybody is like wearing whatever they want to wear. And now you're like, I am finally going to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? And they're like, bro, like, are you okay?
Yeah.
So you're living a double life because then it's like, oh, I got to put my sweater on before I go back to that house. It's just like,
and then it's like, man, I
used to live that life.
Yeah, but like, yo, I did that when I was in high school.
Yes. Why am I doing
my
it
parents'
now?
roof? Now I gotta do it
now?
as an adult when I'm married.
That's the crazy part where it's like, you are an adult and you have to do it. When you're younger, it's even easier in a sense to like conform because you don't even have this, like it hasn't even processed yet. When your frontal cortex has developed, okay? Then at that point, you really get to a point, Aruj, where you're like, why do I have to live this double life?
Yeah, 100%.
Why? Like, why do I always have to do everything to like, you know, suppress my happiness but make everybody else around me happy?
For me, a lot of these things do come up, I find, when you become a parent.
Yes.
Because then you're like, okay, first of all, you reflect and you're like, I feel like I was being controlled in lots of aspects of my life. What to wear, what to eat, where to go, how to look, how to present myself. And then I did all of that. Fine. I did all of it for your happiness because I love you and you're my partner. And I did it to keep your parents happy. Now I'm a mom. And now I got kids.
Yeah.
And now your parents are also interfering in my parenting style. That's a no for me. They're going to interfere in the way that I dress my kids. That's a no for me. They're going to interfere in the decisions I want to make for my kids. That's a no for me. And then eventually you realize maybe you caved in a lot when you were in your 20s and you gave in a lot and you did what you wanted to do to keep the relationship afloat. When you become a mom though, I feel like that's when everything changes. And that's when you're like, you know what? I have been living a double life and maybe I didn't see it before. But now I feel like not only was I living a double life, but I sacrificed all of this stuff. But you've been sitting on your butt, living the same life since you've been in your mom's house.
Yeah, that's the hard
and
part.
Then that's something hard for women to grapple with because you feel like he didn't really have to change.
Yeah, and that's the struggle because in your mind, you're like, I changed everything.
Yeah.
All the changes were done by me. Okay. And I know that there's like small shifts that he made. I'm sure he did. But like, I'm living with your parents. They won't even come meet me even a quarter of the way. Halfway is a far gone tale. Okay. Right. They won't even meet me a quarter of the way. So like, how is that fair to me? And then eventually you come to a point where you're like, why was I so soft? Why did I not set boundaries? Why did I not like just say, no, this is how I want to do it? Mm-hmm. And I do feel like, yes, it is compromise in marriage. But then I also feel like it's compromise in marriage. That doesn't mean that your in-laws get a say in every single thing you do. Because that's not their right to say that to you. Like there's respect and then there's like crossing boundaries.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like there's certain things that like you might be okay with a certain thing. I might be okay with something different and not okay with that thing, you know? So like you really have to like stand your ground sometimes, even though it's uncomfortable, but also find a way to like meet halfway. I don't know how
I just feel like there are some things that you're going to set your boundaries with. If we give the example, like, I don't know, for me, I feel like a big example is like celebrations. Yeah. Because when you first get married as the new fresh bahu in the family, you'll do everything for every celebration. And you'll remember all the dates.
Yeah.
Okay. But then you're going to get older and you're going to get pregnant and you're going to lose your brain cells and you're going to forget. And then you're going to have to deal with kids. And then all of a sudden, because you've always caved, because you've always said yes, because you always remembered all of these dates and events and celebrations, then when you stop doing it, that's when you really become the bad guy. And I think the important lesson is like maybe always try and set a little bit of the boundaries early on. Yeah. Maybe not with everything. Like fine, if you don't want me to wear cap sleeves and I gotta put a sweater on, no problem, I can do it. But other things, don't do it all the time. Like I shouldn't feel the need to have so much anxiety if you call and I don't pick up the phone. Because you know what? I can't always be available on my phone.
Thank you.
Coming back to the scenario.
Yeah.
Because if I'm working, if I'm driving, if my phone is somewhere else, if I'm doing house chores, I'm not always going to pick up. Just like I wouldn't always pick up somebody, like let's say at my mom's house.
Yeah.
And if you're going to put so much anxiety around it, then that needs to be a conversation that we need to have.
Yeah. It's just, and I also feel like as a husband, because like, look, your wife is making all these sacrifices too, right? She's with you. She's at your mom's house. She respects your mom. If you see certain things come up, it's also your job to like stand up and say something, because it's unfair for her to always be like, okay, here I am about to get knocked over by your mom again. You know, this is the 50th time. I've had to change 50 things. Your mom has changed nothing. Okay. I can't even take a breakfast dish out and put it on the sink. It has to go exactly where it has to go because she's so set in her ways. So if I'm meeting her like literally like 3/4 of the way in, she can't even come a little bit my way. Like you have to be able to see things and then also initiate those conversations and make it a little bit less uncomfortable for me too.
Yeah. And like husbands, you guys have to do that for your wives.
Yeah, you do. Because it's unfair for us to take on the full load of everything.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So that was our episode for today. As you guys know, we're on Patreon. Please make sure you subscribe on there. I think we're going to be doing our book review on there, right?
Yes, we are.
We're doing our book review on Patreon. Okay. You get an extra episode. You also get the regular episode with no ads. So make sure you guys get on over there and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and socials. We've always told you, we ask our question of the week on our story on Instagram once a week, usually Wednesdays or Thursdays. So make sure you check that out. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye. Okay, Mom.